Good morning, good evening, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you might be doing. We wish to welcome you to the Silverlight Show. The Silverlight shines to illuminate that which lies hidden in darkness. For those of you tuning in today, we welcome you in. This is Ace, one of Silverlight's finest pets. Ace has a little problem because Halloween is coming. And as you can see, he's quite black. And we're told by the animal shelters every year, he's trying to act tough now. But every year they lock down the black cats because they're worried about satanic cults coming to adopt them to sacrifice them. It was time to do a little bit of a deep dive into that. So, first of all, look at this little guy. There's no way you could sacrifice him. He's just too friendly and happy and cute. Secondly, I actually looked at the numbers. No, not the SPCA, any of those places. They love to exaggerate the danger to animals, because that way they get more funding and they get more sympathy. Because, of course, according to them, it happens every year. But does it? When you look at the numbers in major metropolises, maybe 10 to 15 cats go missing every year. And of that, only 5 can be linked to there's no nice way to say it, to humans murdering them. And there's no preference for black or white or even whether they're cats or dogs. It's just stuff that happens. Now, teenagers do stupid stuff. Humans do stupid stuff. And there's some people that don't like any animal, whether it's nice or not nice or whatever the case might be. So the SPCA numbers and the animal shelter numbers, despite the fact they're trying to do a favor and not allowing animals to be adopted, they're actually harming them. Because even though they claim they're no-kill shelters, they still kill a large number of animals. So, like my little friend here, they wouldn't adopt him out they wouldn't adopt him out by the end of October, and then they'd say, he's been here a month. It's time to get rid of him. And that would be the end of my little buddy Ace. Most workers, if you talk to them, they've heard of things happening, and friend of a friend kind of a deal, but they don't know any personal stories. The police don't really have any statistics on it because it's just statistically not significant. In an average sized city, 14 or 15 cats going missing, more people get mugged on a daily basis. There's also the problem that in order to adopt a cat, they take your name, your address, your phone number. You usually have to pay a deposit, and it's been a few years, but as I recall, they don't take cash. Plus, they give you an appointment to take them to the vet for a checkup and, to get them fixed if necessary. There's all sorts of steps to go into it. Now, if you're a person planning to sacrifice a cat or do anything bad, why the hell would you go through all of that? Give them your phone number, give them your paperwork, etc., just so that you can have a cat to sacrifice. It doesn't make sense. And wild cats, most wild cats are mixed. They're more than one color. I'm sure there's more than one black cat out there. But this whole schmozzle is really just an overblown media hype train. Like I said, the limited numbers I was able to find, and Snopes.com and several other websites says it simply doesn't happen to the extent that they would have us believe. It's just the shelters trying to get more money and more sympathy, saying we have to protect these guys. He's getting distracted by his sister. We have to protect these guys in October. And realistically, that means they're being fed into a meat grinder. The only real case I could find was supposedly, and this was down in Maryland, I believe, a woman came in a witch costume, complete with the broom and everything, and tried to adopt a black cat. Well, that to me sounds like somebody pulling a stunt to see if they can do it. I don't think they would have really harmed the cat. Or, just like me, like my little buddy here, because he's friendly and she wanted a black cat because it would go with her witch costume. People do adopt animals on the idea, oh, a black cat is cute and it's nice for Halloween. And then they realize, oh, we can't really afford to take care of this thing. We got to get rid of it. Same thing happens on Easters with bunnies and chicks and stuff like that. But it isn't given the same, how am I going to say this, the same weight as the black cat rumor. Now, in the past, people have killed cats for a number of reasons. In Asian countries, apparently, they have cats that they eat. In the Middle Ages, humans would kill cats because black cats were deemed to be the sign of the devil. But I think if we start applying, Middle Ages morality to color of anything, we're going to wind up in a sticky situation very quickly. The problem comes back to police statistics. There's just nothing backing this epidemic up. Quite the opposite. More dogs go missing than cats about this time of year. And black dogs are supposedly heralds of the devil just as black cats are. So why do we have all the big fuss about black cats? Why does the SPCA and similar institutions make such a fuss of them over this time of year? Just like the woman, they want attention. It's publicity. They get to get their name out. And people think, oh, these are people trying to do good for the animals. Well, no. The SPCA is perhaps the worst creature that's going to go bump in the night because they are 100% real. Well, that's it. He's decided he's done with me. That's okay. We can have the video without him. So, the SPCA gets money, and of all the shelters, they're the ones most likely to kill an animal. There is a case down in California where they literally snatched the dog off the person's porch and ran away with it and had it killed within 2 hours. They're not supposed to do anything for 24 hours. The dog was licensed and everything, but the SPCA just decided that's what they were going to do. So who's the real evil here? The black cat who's not offending anybody? And yes, a few teenagers do stupid stuff to cats and dogs and birds and whatever the hell it is. It's not right. I'm not arguing in defense of them. I'm saying kids are dumb. I don't want to say kids will be kids because that's the way they excuse horrible things like, rape and murder and stuff. So that's why I say kids are dumb. That doesn't mean your particular child is dumb. Your child might be very smart. Your child might be, working on their essays and, doing volunteer work in the community. That's fantastic. But this whole idea that black cats are evil is ingrained in the consciousness of humanity. It's like, it's a leftover of the 1980s, the Satanic Panic, where Dungeons and Dragons was thought to be a gateway for people enrolling in satanic cults. There's not a lot of satanic cults. I've run into a few, and one of the things they generally say is, don't break the laws in your area, because even though they're supposed to be worshiping the personification of evil, breaking the laws gets you noticed and gets you arrested and gets your cult over with awfully quick. And killing an animal and cruelty to an animal is not a good way to attract followers. So it's the self-righteous, moral people in the world that have decided black cats are verboten around this time of year. No, they have to be protected even when there's no physical danger. There's no statistics supporting danger. Go ahead, log on to the SPCA website, whatever one you want to, and try to find real numbers of how many cats go missing in the fall. And I'm going to give you the whole fall, from September right through to December, because it simply isn't happening. But we have this myth that it's happening. And again, the SPCA uses it to good effect to get more money, to get their names out there, to make people pay attention to them. So maybe it's time we start challenging facts. The real monster is the one that's asking for our money, not the one lurking in the shadows and trying to steal Ace out from under my nose, which isn't going to happen. He doesn't like to go outside. Just a little something to think about. Not all monsters are cryptids, but they can be very cryptic. And animal shelters, there's good ones and there's bad ones. There are ones that do a very good job, and there's ones like the SPCA that has a 90% kill rate despite their supposed no-kill policy. I don't think a group of teenagers is going to be able to kill as many cats and dogs in a month as the SPCA does. Some food for thought. I wish to thank you for joining us for the Silverlight Show. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. We all hope you have a fantastic day.